everyone, my name is Tiffany. I'm from Beijing, China. I go to a private university.
Hello everyone, this is Akshay. I'm from Mumbai, India. I go to a public university.
My name is Fatima, originally from Nigeria. I go to an HBCU, meaning historically black colleges.
My name is Tingwen, and I'm from Vietnam. I go to a community college.
I want to be able to influence the world, and the United States stands out as a pace setter in research. I'm so excited about being here.
In my opinion, US degree is extremely impressive, and that makes studying abroad in the US an excellent choice.
There are many types of institutions in the United States.
I think it's just so unique that there's so many to choose from.
I had to make a major choice between the type of university that I was supposed to attend. The major factor that I considered was the scholarship opportunities that were available and the alumni network.
I've heard so much about the HBCUs as historically black colleges. I chose those because I wanted a school that really represents me.
As a humanities student, I prefer seminars instead of lectures because I find myself better understand the material if we get to discuss it in class. That led into my decision of going to a private university.
I chose a community college to study because most of the community college offer affordable costs, and they often offer a lot of majors you can choose from.
Some of the things I find that are in common between different types of institutions in the US is that the curriculum are more comprehensive.
It is more practical oriented that really helps you get hands-on experience about what you're learning.
Students can benefit from forward-thinking technology and modern facilities.
And I love the diversity, the fact that it's a melting pot for everywhere in the world. And so it's an awesome experience for me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our today's session. We are very excited to welcome to another webinar. Thank you so much for being today with us. We know that you are very excited about all the topics that we are covering for this February, and we are focusing specifically on some interesting majors that you guys may research for your application in the United States. And here we have a QR code on our screen that will allow you to access the agenda of our February events. I forgot to mention that my name is Alina. I'm an EducationUSA advisor, and we are here to help you with useful and interesting webinars dedicated to the application process for studies in the US. And if so, maybe you are in the application process, or maybe you are researching the possibility of applying for your studies in the US. You should know that EducationUSA Virtual is here to assist you. You can find on our website more useful information, useful courses, MOOCs that will give you a better understanding about the application process. Thank you so much for writing from where you are. That's very helpful. I encourage you to submit your questions in our chat because our speaker today will answer them. And I will move on and I will introduce you our today's speaker. We have John from Shasta College, and our topic for today is studying engineering in the United States. John has prepared for us an interesting presentation, and I will give him the floor.
Okay, thank you, Alina and Education USA for organizing this webinar, and also thank you everyone for attending the event. So as Alina said, I'm John Yu. I'm a retired dean from Shasta College. I was an engineering professor. As you can see here, I have a bachelor degree, a master, and a PhD in mining engineering, we'll talk about it in just a moment. And I also have a master in civil engineering. So I taught many years for freshman engineering students. So today we'll talk about the studying engineering in the US. So here's today's outline of the presentation. We'll talk about what is engineering, and then we talk about the different engineering majors. There's about 21 different engineering majors. We will also talk about what it takes to be a good engineer. We'll talk about some of the qualities that engineers should have. We will also talk about job functions. So when you get an engineering degree, what do you expect? What kind of job you expect to get, right? So we are talking about the academic preparations, what kind of academic preparation you need. We'll discuss the admission, talk a little bit about admission considerations. Then I'll give you an introduction about our college, Shasta College. So at the end, we'll have a question and answer session. So first, let's talk about what is engineering. Now, engineering covers so many different aspects, right? So if you look around, the building we live, the car we drive, the phone we use, they are all part of engineering product, right? So it's everywhere. It's ubiquitous. So if you ask 10 different engineers, they're probably going to give you 10 different answer definitions about engineering, right? So here is definition by ABET. Now, ABET is the accreditation board for engineering and technology. So this is the board that accreditates all the engineering programs in North America, in the United States and Canada, right? So whether you are from MIT, whether you're from University of California, whether California State University, all the engineering programs, they are accredited by ABET. So when you come to the United States to study, you want to go to an engineering program that's accredited by ABET. So here's the ABET definition. So engineering is the profession in which a knowledge of mathematical and natural science gained by study, experience, and practice is applied with judgment to develop ways to utilize economically the material and the forces of nature for the benefit of mankind. So this is a one sentence definition from the ABET. So ABET have board, they have a lot of these engineering experts, they come up with this definition. As you can see here, the key to this, you'll need some knowledge of math and science. You need math and science background, and this can be gained by study and or experience, practice, right? So the ultimate goal is to benefit the mankind, right? And you also have to consider economic impact, right? So in some of the technology, for example, right now we probably have the technology to go to Mars, right? But economically, right now we probably don't have the money to do that. So that's why in the future, you have to consider the economic impact as well. Now, in 2021 and 2022, about 123,000 engineering bachelor degree were awarded by the U.S. college universities. So which is about 6% of all the college graduate, right? So it's a pretty elite group. Now let's take a look at the engineering disciplines. So this list is about 21, covered almost all the engineering majors accredited by ABET. So this covers almost all the engineering majors offered by American college universities. And of course, none of the college universities will offer every majors, right? But collectively together, these are almost all the majors offered by the U.S. college universities. So now this list is from the most popular to the least, right? So meaning mechanical engineering has a large number of engineering graduates, and the manufacturing engineering have the least. So if you go down the list, mechanical, electrical, civil, computer, software, chemical, aerospace, industry engineering, industrial engineering, general engineering, material engineering, biomedical, architectural, environmental, marine system. I'll go through each of these one individually, okay? So this list from the top, from mechanical engineering to the manufacturing, essentially, roughly from a popularity or number of students concerned, this is in descending order. Mechanical have the most, and manufacturing engineering have the least. So mechanical, electrical, civil, computer engineering, these are the most popular majors. So now let's go through each of these engineering majors. The first one is mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering, they'll design engines, right? Automotive engines or aircraft engines. They'll design cars or automotives or maybe even tractor. So aerospace, they work for design. They can also work in the aerospace industry, design airplanes, robotics. We know mechatronics. So mechatronics, you can see the word is a combined mechanical engineering and electronics, right? So essentially, robot is a mechatronic device because you involve mechanical engineering, you also involve electronic engineering. So work at HVAC, which is a heating, ventilation, air conditioning, right? Machine tools, those are the machines that make machine, right? Machine tools, material, mechanical engineering work with the material, and also acoustic machinery devices. Electrical engineering. Now, electrical engineering, they'll design electrical equipment, right? The electrical generators or motors or other electrical equipment. They'll design electrical system for vehicles, aircraft, the electrical system they use. EV, of course, these days like Tesla, right? Or like BYD. So these are the EV, electrical vehicle, power generation and transmission. So that's part of electrical engineering. You could have hydraulic power or nuclear power, or the fossil fuel, like a coal-powered power plant, right? So power generation and also power delivery, transmission, right? We use power at home, use for the appliance or the electronic device we use at home. They need power, so that's power generation and transmission. Communications, of course, like cellular phone, telephone. These are all communication devices. Also control, right? Remote control. Radar and navigation system, computer, medical imaging, and the internet. The internet's infrastructures, a modem, right? So computer, the server, that's also part of the computer engineering as well. Civil engineering, right? Civil engineering, you study design structures, build buildings, skyscrapers, transportations, right? The highways, the railroad. And environmental engineering, clean up the contaminated site, right? Also wastewater treatment. The geotechnical engineering study foundations, soil, construction, architecture. That's the building design, engineering mechanics, right? They study solid mechanics, soil mechanics, or rock mechanics. Engineering and survey, land survey, right? And water resources. That's soil engineering functions. Computer engineering. Computer engineering, you design computer hardware, of course. You design the computer that we use, design the computer chips or the processors, design memory, storage, right? And also the internet infrastructure, like, we use a server, use a modem, and all. So that's all the computer engineering. Computer engineering and electrical engineering, they're closely related. Actually, at the early stage of the computer age, a lot of the computer engineering programs were actually located in electrical engineering programs. So they are very closely related. So you see a lot of electrical engineers that also work in the computer industry and vice versa. Now, for computer engineering, you also need to know programming, particularly low level. They use machine language or like assembly language. So, a lot of the software engineers or programmers, they use high level language. But the computer engineering, they work with hardware, you need to know some low level language. So software engineering and computer science. And again, the computer science in some university, they are actually part of the engineering school. For example, University of California, Berkeley, right? Computer science is actually under the School of Engineering. So it's a software engineering and computer science, they are very closely related. So software engineering, you do programming. You need to know the language, right? Different language to programming. You do algorithm design. So today you probably hear this algorithm a lot, right? They talk about TikToks or OpenAI or DeepSeek. So again, who has the best algorithm, you probably have the best performance, right? So that's the important part of it. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, that's the very important. We just mentioned OpenAI and DeepSeek, right? So there's the artificial intelligence, the software engineer, for the most part, these days are still software based. Database management, cyber and information security. So these are software, you develop a database, software management system, cyber security. Right? Chemical engineer. Chemical engineering, you work in chemical industry. For example, you produce fertilizers or produce the perfume, that kind of, right? Energy and oil industry, biotechnology, right? Pharmaceuticals, produce the medicine. Electronic device fabrications, for example, the semiconductor manufacture process, they involve etching, right? Etching, they use chemical. Environmental engineering, chemical engineers sometimes also work to protect the environment. And manufacturing process. Aerospace engineering. Aerospace engineering, of course, will design aircraft, right? Spacecraft design, satellite and rocket, launch satellite and related system. Develop new technology for space vehicles. You work on propulsion, aerodynamics, material structure, right? Propulsion, these are engines that used to propel. That could be the rocket, it could be a solid rocket or liquid, or could be other kind of engine. Right? So that aerospace, they mainly work on the aircraft, satellite, and related system. Industrial engineering. Industrial engineering, that's basically their job is to optimize the manufacturing process or other system. So that's the industrial engineer's job. So you may redesign a manufacturing process, design automated material handling system, apply data analytics to improve quality management, design advanced manufacturing system, and develop production planning and control procedure. So essentially, industrial engineer's job is to optimize the system and make a product or the manufacturing process efficiently and productively. General engineering. Now, general engineering is the very broad knowledge of engineering. They may cover a variety of areas, could be cover a part of electrical, maybe mechanical, and kind of integrate different engineering disciplines. So they work with general engineering, they work on engineering design, a lot of times of project management, coordinate, different aspects of a project, business development, integration, integrate different aspects of engineering. Now, another important part of this general engineering is some universities, they may pose a new area of engineering under general engineering. Because one example I can think of is AI, artificial intelligence. So right now, we don't have a major that actually specializes the engineering major of artificial intelligence. But in order to offer the degree, sometimes the college university, they will put the new area under general engineering, so we can offer a degree, general engineering degree. So that's but the knowledge we learned is probably the content that have not been accredited by ABAC. So they can put some of the things, for example, sustainability engineering or some other new area could be under the general engineering department. So metallurgical engineering. So these are the research and develop new material, like new alloys, right? Used in machinery or used in airplane. Develop a system for extracting metals from ores. So all the minerals, some of the rare metal, right? Or gold or whether silver, they are all extract from rock, from ore, right? So the material, the metallurgical engineer will extract the gold, makes it pure, or extracts you from the ore, from the rock, right? Research and develop new non-metallic materials, convert mineral and chemical resources into materials, right? And synthesize new materials, refine and the process material to produce a certain high performance, makes it a high performance one. And also develop a mechanical, chemical, and physical properties of material. So it makes material harder or makes it more elastic. So that's develop the new properties of material. And of course, select materials for specific applications. Biomedical engineering. Biomedical engineering design and build artificial body part like hips or knee joint, right? Develop materials for replacement part, body part, artificial body part, and design software to run medical equipment and design rehabilitative exercise equipment and create variable device to monitor health conditions, and also develop a drug delivery system and develop equipment used for patient bedside for monitoring, right? So that's biomedical engineering. That's all related to medical area. Architectural engineering. Architectural engineering design building system that's including the layout for electrical, mechanical, structure, and lighting system, where you put this all different part, where you put the electrical system, where you put the mechanical, so kind of design the layout and also the building system. Plan the construction process for building and building systems, and develop aesthetically appealing, the structure looks very beautiful or very majestic building, structurally durable and economically viable building. So that's the job of the architectural engineer. Environmental engineering, design a system to clean and manage water supply, develop strategy to treat and protect air quality, right? And find a solution to environmental challenge that impact society and the environment, and develop technology to reduce and clean up air pollution. So recycle water product and prevent contamination of water and food supply. If you look at this picture here on the lower right corner, so this actually is a water treatment plant, right? If you see, I don't know where you see this before. So marine, naval, and ocean engineering, right? So this one build, test, and repair ships, submarine, and other watercraft. Work on offshore project. You see, this is probably work shore. This picture here on the lower left is offshore platforms, partly for oil or gas. So work on offshore projects such as oil rig and a wind turbine, and there's sometimes they put wind turbine in the on the coast offshore. Conduct naval scientific research, build and maintain ocean system and structures. So that's the marine engineering. System engineer. Now there are some similarities between system engineering and industrial engineering, and also later on we talk about manufacturing engineering. So their objective is to optimize the system. So design, test, and integrate a complex system. So that's the system engineer's job. For example, when you manufacture or design and produce an aircraft like Boeing, right? The aircraft, they have tens of thousands different parts. So you need a system engineer that integrate everything, keep track of everything, make sure that it design, test, and integrate the complex system. So integrate is a complex system. Troubleshoot problems if there are any issues. Optimize the process. This again similar to industrial engineering. improve efficiency and productivity, right? So again, so this is similar to industrial engineering. Oversee all aspects of system from creation to product. So usually this is for a very large system, right? Okay. Agriculture engineering. So the design and develop, manufacture the these are all related to agriculture engineering. Design, develop machinery, right? So I'll go through very quickly. Everything that's related to agriculture, design equipment, harvesting and process, create, manage water system. Yeah. So as the agriculture, the implement sustainability, sustainable farming practice, and solve problem related to livestock and facilities, right? So the petroleum engineering. This is actually a work designed, facilitate to extract oil and gas and develop drill plans, oversee drill operations, and analyze data to improve production and ensure that the equipment is properly installed and or maintained. Mining, geological engineering. Again, this is design and develop mines. For mining, you have coal, like gold. And if you look at this picture here on the lower left, so that's the tunneling. When you do underground mining, you have to do tunnel. So that's work in underground. Nuclear engineering. So that's work for nuclear plant. So again, you can see that picture on the lower right. So that's the nuclear plant, and they design, operate nuclear power plant, and also nuclear powered vehicles. I mean, like ship, right? The nuclear submarine, or nuclear powered ships. Yeah. So that's the nuclear engineering, and also the waste disposal. Engineering management, the oversee project logistics, resource allocation, plan and design and oversee project, manage finance, supervise engineering teams, improve efficiency and the sustainability process. Manufacturer engineering is design, implement, and optimize the engineering system. So this is the manufacturing engineering is the smallest engineering discipline. Mainly, some of the functions covered by other disciplines like industrial or system engineering or some other engineering areas. So manufacturing, design, implement, optimize manufacturing process. There are similarity to system and industrial engineering. Perform cost benefit analysis. So these are the measures for the hold on, let me see here. So those are the 21 engineering disciplines. So now let's take a look what kind of qualities an engineer should have, right? So engineer, in general, you should have the problem-solving skills, creativity, and think about outside the box. Also, math and science proficiency, computer literacy, of course, computer programming, communication skills, technical skills, work with your hand, motivate to continue learning. Of course, these days you have to continue to learn like the new technology. So always come up like the latest robotics or AI, teamwork, ethic, and the professionalism. But engineering is the engineering ethics, business management skills, and also global awareness, right? So these are some of the qualities that engineers should have. Job functions. You could work as a design engineer. So these are the job functions. No matter whether you are mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or civil engineer, and then these are some of the functions you'll perform. Design, right? You can design airplane, or you can design a car, or you can design a power plant. Production, testing, that's also part of the function. The research, analysis, development, construction, operations, sales. You can engineer code. Also, may work in the sales department to support the customer, because a lot of time the equipment you manufacture is very complicated, and you need an engineer to support the customer. Management, consulting, and teaching. So these are some of the job functions that engineer may perform. Academic preparations. So in general, you need 4 years to get a bachelor degree, right? You want to go to a college or university that are created by ABAT to get a bachelor degree. Now, for 4 years, the first 2 years, you generate is a common academic preparation for all engineering discipline, that's including general educations, maybe English or music or social science, humanities. So the general educations, you'll need calculus, linear algebra, differential equation, general physics, general chemistry, material science, and engineering mechanics, computer programming, computer aided design, electrical theory, and circuit analysis. So these are for the first 2 years. Then, of course, the last 2 years, you'll study discipline-related preparations. If you study electrical engineering, you maybe study electromagnetic field or some other, right? It's design, so you chip design. So the first 2 years, they are fundamentals, and the last 2 years, they are related to major. Admission considerations. So here I'm going to use a slide from my colleague from the University of Kentucky. So this is the admission consideration for University of Kentucky. Of course, the University of Kentucky is the top 100 university in the United States. They may be a little bit different than MIT or from the University of California or University or California State University. But engineering degree are usually selective admission. So they are usually, these require strong background academic prep, particularly in math and science, right? You apply not only to the university, but also to the program. So minimum freshman entry require SAT score for University of Kentucky is 590, right? So for math and for ACT is minimum 25, and they'll require 3.0 at least GPA or higher GPA. However, if you can take or choose not to submit the ACT, SAT scores in the process, if they don't require in some university, they'll take a holistic review. That means they'll consider all the different factors for admission. Now, if you not meet the admission requirement for engineering, does not mean you cannot eventually get in. You can apply for the university, maybe at general study or whatever, and then after you study there, you do well, then you can transfer to the engineering program. So again, engineering usually is pretty selective. Mainly they require very strong math and science background. So let me talk about briefly about Shasta College. So since I'm from Shasta College, Shasta College is located in Redding, a city in Northern California, which is about 220 miles south of San Francisco. The city have daily flight from San Francisco and also to Los Angeles. We have an airport in Redding. Redding have 90,000 people. The area is known for its natural beauty. It's a very beautiful place. You have Mountain Shasta, so that's where we get our name. This Mountain Shasta, Shasta Lake. It's a large lake. And you can also have daily flight to go to San Francisco or go to Los Angeles. So it's a very nice and safe area to study. Now, Shasta College is a comprehensive 2-year college accredited by WASC, which is Western Association for School and College, which is the important part of the California higher education system. In California, we have 75 years of academic excellence with 124 transfer degree and a certificate program. Shasta College offers the first 2 years of an engineering program. So remember, I talk about the engineering. There are the first 2 years, they are fundamentals. And the last 2 years, generally, they are related to major. So we offer the first 2 years. Shasta College have 12,000 students, about 180 intercollegiate sport team, and 31 student club and organizations. So the advantage of attending Shasta College is that we have strong academic programs, including the 2+2 with the UC, that's the University of California, they include Berkeley and also UCLA, California State University, and other universities. And we have a guaranteed transfer with some UCs and CSU. The tuition is low, tuition and the fees they are low. Also low cost of living in our area compared to San Francisco, Bay Area, and Los Angeles. Living in our dorm, just like on campus, like a 4-year university. So our cost living in the dorm is about $450 a month, which is one of the lowest, I think, among the college universities. It's a very safe, secure environment. A small American city. We have a very superb campus safety department. The other advantage, including small class size and easy access to professors. These are kind of common to all the 2-year college, community college. You have small size and easy to access to professors. We have outstanding support, free tutoring, English, ESL, math, business, science, and many other areas. Because these areas nature lover street. We have Mountain Shasta, Shasta Lake, Sacramento River, Burning Fall, Larson Volcanic National Park. It's all nearby. So it's as I said, the area is known for its natural beauty. It's a tourist attraction area. Shasta College also offers some scholarship. We have Shasta College Foundation Scholarship for international students. We also have a scholarship for other students who already enrolled for at least 12 units. After one semester, they can apply for other scholarships. And students can also work on campus, of course. In California, the minimum wage is like $15 or $16. So it's one of the highest minimum wage in the United States. So if student can work on campus for up to 20 hours, so you can earn about like $300 a week. Yeah, I think that's my presentation. I don't see anything here. Yeah. Hi, Alina. I think that's my presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate that. So we already have questions that came from our audience. So one of the first questions that I see in the chat is from Maka. She's asking, what mentorship programs or online research would you recommend for a 9th grade student who wants to start preparing for a computer science degree in the US? I think that's a great question.
Who want to start prepare in computer science. And one of the things you can talk to, if you can find alumni, they study in the United States, right? So, and then they study computer science. If they graduate from the United States, work in your area, then you can talk to them, right? So that's probably one of the best way of trying to learn, about the computer science, to study computer science in the United States. And the other thing is, we know current student, they are enrolled in the United States. That's another way to learn. And of course, EducationUSA, right? Always providing information. So they organize, they have people, the webinar like me, right? Doing the webinars. Yeah, I think these are some of the channels, the alumni, the current student, they can. Also, I'm sure in the high school, they also have they have a counselor, right? High school counselor, they supposed to know some of these, different areas. Yeah.
Great. I can also maybe suggest something to Maka. So there are also summer programs that universities in the US are also providing. So maybe if that can also help, and you can get also more information from our Education USA advisors that are located in your region. So they can also tell you what are the scholarships to go for a summer program. Additionally, depending on the Education USA center that you are gonna address to, they are also offering some programs maybe for high school students. So I would encourage you to reach them first. Otherwise, you can also reach us. We also have some suggestions for summer program, but that depends also on the university that your child maybe, for example, is thinking of. Thank you so much, John, on this one. Okay, the next question. What is the student life like for international students studying engineering in the US? How is it in case of Shasta College? If you can say what students are doing there, maybe there are some extracurricular activities they can do on campus, or maybe how the class are looking like.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of club. I have 31 club, and some of the club of, for example, we have automotive clubs, and they're related to the engineering to technology area. Or I believe we also have a robot club. So those are the things in the engineering student they can get involved. You know, there's a that's from technical point of view, and from other student life point of view, you can involve in the student government, right? You know. That's to learn the American system, the American society. We're also in the process of developing, trying to develop a host family program. They connect with the local families, and trying to do. We also are. We had a program in the past, and we actually take students to different places, like to San Francisco, to Sacramento, to learn about the American culture, American society. So that variety of things on campus and outside campus, yeah.
Okay, that's helpful.
Also, I'd like to mention that for community college, for 2-year college, we are in the unique position of that we actually have a dorm on campus. A lot of community college, they don't have dorm. For example, in California, we have 116 California community college. Right now, only have 12 campus have dorms. So when you live in a dorm, you can interact with the other student, right? Local student, and you can learn from each other. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. So the next one, how do I choose the right engineering discipline? I think you mentioned on this one, but maybe if we can go into details. And here are some examples: mechanical, civil, electrical, computer engineering in the US. How the students can do that choice, maybe in advance, if they are, like, for example, in high school, how would they have to plan that?
Well, that's a good question. It's all depends on your background, your preference. You see, for mechanical engineering, for mechanical and civil engineering, you usually don't work with things that's very abstract, right? So you can see everything. You design this robot, it's move. You design this machine, airplane. You can see the things. You design the thing, you can see, right? So you design the car. Everything you work on, you can actually see it. Maybe even though right now in some areas they may getting very macro size, small size, but in general. But for electrical computer area, sometimes you have to have very abstract thinking, right? Because some of the things you can see electricity, right? You cannot see it. You have to use your logic, your mind that that's the way it works, right? Sometimes you can see. So that's the difference. Also, you all need math and the science, very strong math and science background, but that's also depend on your kind of, as I said, your preference. You like to see the things, you like to hand-on work, like mechanical sewing, or you prefer abstract thinking, because electrical and computer engineering, some of the things you can see is too small, right? On nano level, sometimes you probably have to use a microscope, but even that you can see electricity. So there are, of course, there are meters, the instrument that can test it, right? but you cannot really use your eye to see it.
Great. And as you've mentioned that you really need to know math and science, can you please tell us about the standardized test? Would the student need to take an SAT or an ACT if he would like to apply for a STEM program, for an engineering program? Would that scores will be taken into account when his application package will be reviewed by the admission commission? Is that so important?
Yeah. Yes, of course. I mean, the math, particularly math. If you apply for engineering, they are local. You need a relatively high SAT score. As I showed the slide over there, that University of Kentucky is probably ranked around 100 or something, right? So their math score was like 590, right? That's a minimum. I'm sure if you apply for MIT or like John Hopkins, you probably a lot of people get 800. I mean, so probably, right? So in that case, then they probably you have to look at the other aspect, your GPA or some other achievement. Yeah, but
Okay,
definitely, I think for engineering, you will need a high math SAT or ACT score. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Or even though, I mean, unless, of course, sometimes the public university, I think for University of California, I don't know, right now they still ask for SAT. I don't think they ask for SAT anymore. If you don't ask, well, I guess it probably won't hurt if you submit. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Then the next question, how can I gain practical work experience, such as through OPT or CPT in the US after completing my engineering degree?
That's a good question. It's actually, the engineering area, it's probably will be easier to find an OPT, for CPT. I mean, if you study computer engineering or, program computer science or software. So right now, for example, I right now in the Silicon Valley here in San Jose. I mean, it's big thing is the robotic, there's open AI, there's a lot of opportunities. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you just apply. A lot of college university have a career office, right? That help students find a job. That's where I guess, I would suggest you go there. And also, if you know some people, your relatives or your alumni, if you know that they work in the area, you can use that network, alumni work, or use the, some other relatives or people they know, and then they can help you to find a job there. Or you can go to the college placement service or career service. They are help you service career center, and they usually a lot of company they'll submit the job. They have a job vacancies that you have over there. Then you can see which one that fit you. Then you can apply, right? So, I mean, the bottom line, if you are a good student, you are a good student. You have very good academic record. I mean, you have the talent there. I'm sure you see the Elon Musk, right? Have all these his Tesla. Like all these people work with open AI. Yeah, they definitely know the people. I mean, if you're good at it, I'm sure you can find the work of. Now, the practical work experience essentially is a job. It's kind of like an entry-level job, right? Mm-hmm.
Good. Then we have some other questions in the chat. Nazrin is asking, can you talk about scholarship opportunities in Shasta College?
Shasta College, I kind of mentioned we, first of all, our tuition is very low, right? So our tuition right now is I think like 8,700. So if you add the room and the board, books, everything together, our cost of attendance is about $22,000, right? So I was just looking the other day, watching TV, what the news, they were saying one of the universities right now the tuition is going to be 70,000. It's a private university. I think it was in New York. It's going to be 70,000. So our is only $8,700, right? Also, University of California, like say Berkeley or UC Davis, their tuition for non-resident tuition, I think it's about 45,000, 47,000, right? Which is about five or six times our. So that's why some students will attend our college for the first 2 years, then transfer to UC. So that way you can save about $70,000 or $80,000 for the first 2 years. So I keep telling people, you can think of that as a scholarship, right? Because you don't have to pay that money. You save $35,000 a year. And then you can, that's $35,000 saved, it kind of like a scholarship. But anyway, so we have one scholarship, which is $3,000 for new international student. So when the student come in, after they come in, enroll, they can apply this scholarship, the $3,000. That cover more than a third of the tuition, right? That's the one. And also we have a lot of other scholarships. Some are small, some are medium. That's after student attend our college for one semester. After they take 12 units and they maintain a 2.0 GPA, then they can apply for other scholarships. Yeah. Again, as I said, don't ignore the work on campus. Work on campus is probably would be, if you can find a work on campus, that's probably with a large source of probably your income. I mean, because if you work for 20 hours for example, student can work in our tutor center, right? Teaching and learning center, tutor student, for example, you're good at math, you can tutor calculus or statistic, or you can work in some other area, work with student life or work with our business department. So that in California have the highest minimum wage. I think right now it's 15 or if not 17, between 15 or 17. I don't know. Recently they increased it again. That used to be like a 15.75. Now it's increased again. So in California, that's one of the advantages of attending California is if you work on campus, the minimum wage is the highest. So the minimum wage for US is $7, the federal. Now, even though most of the states, they probably have a higher minimum wage than that, but California have the highest. So if you work on campus for 20 hours, so that's mean each week you can earn more than $300, right? So each month is more than maybe $1,200 or $1,300. That's quite a bit of money, because you live on campus, the dorm is only $450, right? So, yeah.
Thank you, John. Then the next question, and I see here a bit of confusion from Yerenat. Electrical engineering program only for 2 years. If you can give more details.
No, has to be 4 years. You get to work as the electrical engineer. You really need 4 years to get a bachelor degree. Now, for 2 years, yes, as I mentioned, right? So in general, to get a engineering degree, you need a minimum of 4 years. And then some people, they may take even 5 or 6 years. But generally, the curriculum is designed for 4 years. The first 2 years, they are all fundamentals. As I mentioned, general education, maybe like English or maybe like humanity, right? So the basic fundament, and also like a calculus, linear algebra or differential equation, the general chemistry, general physics, and also some common engineering courses like computer programming, which is required almost all engineering majors. So I talk about 21 different majors, right? And also material science usually will require for almost all the engineering majors, and also engineering mechanics or circuit analysis, that's almost required for all the engineering majors too. So that's in the first 2 years. So those are the fundamental. And then the last 2 years, then you move to the major. you study all the courses related to your major, right? So, and then most of the community college, 2-year college, they offer the first 2 years. For Shasta College, we offer the first 2 years of a 4-year engineering program. So after you study for first 2 years, then if you do well, you can transfer to UC Berkeley, right? You can, for example, you can go to transfer UC Berkeley electrical engineering, which is the top engineering program in the world, right? So no, it's not for 2 years. So it's a 4-year for bachelor degree. But most community college, the engineering program, they're 2 years for the first 2 years, which is mainly the fundamental courses for engineering. And then you transfer to a 4-year university for the last 2 years to study the courses that relate to your major specialty. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, John. Aranat, I can also advise you to go on our YouTube page and watch more information about the community college system. So there you can also find more details about this way of studying, this way of education. So this is an option which already John has mentioned that is kind of not that expensive as a regular private or state school in the United States. So yes, if you are interested about that specifically, you can go and find out more details on that. So I think we are done with all the questions that we had in the chat and we had before the start of this webinar. Thank you, John, very much for all the details and for your presentation. Thank you all those who have attended our webinar today. In case if you need additional details, you can find more information about our social media on our website. You can also email us in case if you have additional question. And yes, if you want more information about maybe Shasta College, you can also email us and we'll offer it with pleasure. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for staying with us today. And please stay tuned for our future events. We have another webinar tomorrow. I hope it's going to be as interesting as the one that we had today. So yes, thank you very much once again. And I wish you a great evening.
Thank you, Alina, and thank you everyone for attending. I mean, if you have any question, you can email me. I mean, not only Shasta College, if you want to just have a general question about study engineering, different majors of the United States, you can email me. So my email is ZYU. I don't know why my last page did not show up, but the last page of my slide, zyu.@shastacollege.edu. Okay, so you can email me. Yeah, as I said, I spent many years teaching freshman engineering students. So these are some of the things that I actually talk to them. So if you have any questions, you can email me. Thank you, Alina, and everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Arnur, you are able to watch the video from the beginning. So we are ending the live session. But if you'll have additional question after the end of this video, you can also email us. Thank you once again and have a great evening, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.